So, as I've told you, we have discussed till now some theorems, some properties which help us to prove a given quadrilateral parallelogram. So, if we are able to prove two pairs of opposite sides parallel, we can say it is a parallelogram. If we are able to prove two pair of opposite sides equal, then also we can say it is a parallelogram. Then we have seen if we are able to prove diagonals bisect each other, if we can prove in the given quadrilateral diagonal bisect each other, then also we can say it is a parallelogram. Then finally, one more theorem is there, theorem 8.8. Let us start from there. This will also help us to prove a given quadrilateral parallelogram, and this is the most easiest one to use. So let us see theorem 8.8. Tomorrow you have a holiday, so please try to revise all these theorems one more time. Theorem is saying a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal as well as parallel. So this time we're not talking about two pairs of opposite sides. We are talking about only one pair of opposite sides. So if we are able to prove one pair of opposite sides equal as well as parallel, we don't need to go to the second pair, and we can straight away say that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And this theorem will be used in the next example, which is example number 6. Let us see. Example is saying ABCD is a parallelogram. So given to us ABCD, given ABCD is a parallelogram in which P and Q are midpoints. So first let me draw the diagram. So trapezium is also a parallelogram. Actually, parallelogram is a special trapezium. If you remember that flow diagram that we have drawn, trapezium was coming above parallelogram. So parallelogram is a special trapezium, but trapezium cannot be said as a parallelogram. Okay, Vaishnav, please revise that one again, that flow diagram that we have seen. Quadrilaterals are of two types, kites and trapezium. Trapezium is of one type, again parallelogram. Parallelogram of two types, rectangle and rhombus, and then finally we got square. Okay, Vaishnav. According to theorem, one side is parallel in it. But beta, you are able to catch one thing only, na? What about the other thing? Equal as well. What about this thing? You got this parallel word from here, but you forgot to take this word. It should have two things. The lines should be parallel as well as equal. Then only you can say it is a parallelogram. Only being parallel doesn't make it parallelogram. Okay? If you are considering only one line, one pair, you have to see they are equal as well as parallel. Now, in this example, it will be clear to you. Aryan Rathi is in the waiting room. He is calling me. Huh? Okay. Okay. So let's see. We have a parallelogram. Let me draw a diagram. A, B, C, D. And in this, they are saying P and Q are midpoints. So given P, Q are midpoints. So let us draw P. P is here on AB and Q is here on DC. Again, we will use that axiom that if wholes are equal, then halves are also equal. Now, we have, okay, if AQ intersects DP at S, let me join them. AQ, sir, please add Moksha. I will keep on adding like this. No one is there in the waiting room. this one, and then we have this and this. Okay, so this is the given diagram. These lines are straight. Now we have to prove this is S and this is R. We have to prove that APCQ is a parallelogram. First part, APCQ is a parallelogram. That is this APCQ, this one. You can see we have to prove this one a parallelogram. Again, if you observe, we have just read theorem number 8.8. Can you please help me how we can prove it parallelogram? Soham is there in the waiting room. Moksh is not there. Okay, now let us see. Prove AP equal to CQ. Utkarsh. All of you, we can observe as ABCD, the bigger quadrilateral is a parallelogram. We can say as ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, AB is parallel to CD. Obviously, we can say also this means that the half is also parallel. By if AB is parallel to CD, can't we say AP is parallel to QC? All of you, please answer. If complete AB is parallel to complete CD, can't we say AP is parallel to QC? Same way, therefore, we can say AP is parallel to QC. So we have got the first thing. Similarly, also we can say AB equal to CD. Can we say AB equal to CD? Vaishnav, no need to prove congruent in this case. Just see one thing. We have used as AB is parallel to CD, therefore AP is also parallel to QC. Similarly, if AB equal to CD, AB is made of two parts. AB is made up of AP plus PB, and CD is made of two parts, DQ plus QC. The required areas are AP and QC. So we can write PB as AP plus AP is equal to, we can write this DQ as QC because Q and P are midpoints. So we can say AP equal to PB and DQ equal to QC. This makes AP equal to QC. And you can see from equation 1 and equation 2, we can say that one pair of opposite sides are parallel as well as equal. Therefore, APCQ is a parallelogram. All of you, please, are you able to understand this? Kindly confirm. As we have proved, one pair of opposite sides equal as well as parallel, we can say that APCQ is a parallelogram. Okay, Ansh, Ananya, Soham, Utkarsh, Piyush, Ansh, Piyush. But others, please reply. Vaishnav, are you able to understand this? Vaishnav, are you able to understand this? How I proved APCQ a parallelogram? Okay, now we have to Moksh saying no. Moksh, beta, when you were not in the meeting, in the starting, I told them a theorem in which we have seen if we are able to prove one pair of opposite sides equal and parallel, we can say it is a parallelogram. Now what I've done is, just see the hint. We had this complete parallelogram A, B, C, D. In this, given to us was Q is a midpoint and P is a midpoint. They have joined this and they have joined this. We had to prove APCQ a parallelogram. To prove this a parallelogram, I saw two things. First is AB is parallel to CD. It was given to me because ABCD is a parallelogram. If complete AB is parallel to complete CD, we can say the half is also parallel, which is AP parallel to QC. First thing we have got from here. Similarly, when complete AB equal to complete CD, their halves are also equal, or you can prove like this. You can write AB as AP plus PB and CD as CQ plus QD. Now we can replace this PB with AP only because they both are equal. P is the midpoint. And we can replace this QD with CQ because they are also equal. And finally we can say twice AP equal to twice CQ. 2 and 2 will cancel. We will get AP equal to CQ. So same pair of lines we have proved parallel as well as equal. So we can say that APCQ is a parallelogram. I hope Moksh, Parkhi, it is clear? Clear now. Okay. So let us take the next part. Exercise questions are similar. You just have to understand what is given to you and you have to find the ways to prove it a parallelogram and then rectangle, rhombus, square or whatever it is asking. Okay. Now, the second part. All of you please see the second part and try to solve and understand how will you solve that. Second part is saying prove that DPBQ. Second part, DPBQ. It is similar. All of you, if you see DPBQ is similar, again you will prove that PB, this half portion is parallel to DQ as well as equal. Therefore, DPBQ is also a parallelogram. Yes, are you able to understand? This is similar one, just quadrilateral is changed. Yes, it is done by same process. You can say that the half DQ is also parallel to PB and they are equal. Therefore, DPBQ is also a parallelogram. Finally, we have to prove the smaller one. That is third part. This I will prove for you. PSQR a parallelogram. We have to prove the smaller one, a parallelogram, which is very easy. Now, as you have seen in the first part, AQCP is a parallelogram. That means this line is parallel to this line. Similarly, in second part, we have seen DPBQ is a parallelogram. Therefore, this line is parallel to this line. So in third part, we can say as two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, PSQR is also a parallelogram. Those who are not able to understand, let me tell you, we had proof in the first part A, Q, C, P a parallelogram. That means these two lines are parallel. In the second part, we have proved this thing. In second part, we have proved this thing, that is PBQD. That means this line is parallel to this line. So all, please answer, are you able to understand? As the complete lines are parallel, therefore these half portions are parallel. Similarly, you can prove this. Are you able to understand? Now you can read the example in the book and solve on your own because main was the thinking process. Okay, Ansh saying repeat. Okay, 1 second, I'm repeating. So this time we will take PB plus PB equal to DQ plus DQ. PB plus PB, DQ plus DQ. Why? 1 second. See, the third part we had to prove PSQR. In third part we had to prove PSQR a parallelogram. In the first part we have already proved one thing, that is this one. In the first part we have proved, please see carefully, APCQ. We proved this a parallelogram, which gives us complete AQ parallel to complete PC. First part. In second part, we have proved this DQ and Ansh, please understand this thing. In second part, we have proved DQPBP, this as a parallelogram. So we can say complete QB is parallel to complete this one. Now, let me give you the final answer. As DP parallel to QB, therefore we can say SP, that is this half portion, is also parallel to QR. We have got this thing. Similarly, we can say as this one QA or AQ parallel to this PC, we can say their half, that is SQ, and PR, therefore SQ is parallel to PR. So in the smaller quadrilateral, we have proved the opposite sides are parallel. Can't we say now it is a parallelogram? I'm saying understood now. So it was very easy. We just need to draw diagram separately. Till the time we are habitual with these questions, you can draw diagrams as many times as possible. Okay. Now let us take some examples from exercise also. I hope all of you have tried them. If you have not tried them, please try them. Tomorrow you have a holiday. Try to complete till question number 10. Now, exercise 8.1. Question number 1 is very easy. You just take the angles as 3x, 5x, 9x and 13x and you will add them equal to 360 and you can solve on your own. I hope question 1, there is no issue. Angles are given in ratio 3:5:9:13. I know, or we also know, that in the case of ratio, we can take it as 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x equal to 360 degree by angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Because we all know in a quadrilateral, the sum of all angles is 360 degree. We can utilize that property to find these angles easily. We should not waste time on this question. You can do on your own. Let's see question number 2. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Now, one hint for you. Whenever you have to prove a given figure rectangle, I advise you to draw a rectangle only, but don't tell it is a rectangle. Draw a rectangle, but don't assume. Okay. So let me show you. I will draw a parallelogram in shape of rectangle. Sir, can we find ratio for question 1? No, but a ratio is already given to you. You just have to find the angles, complete angles. You just have to add them, find the value of x, and then find different angles. It is very easy. Now, question number 2. One second. In question 2, they are saying we have a parallelogram in which diagonals are equal. So this is a parallelogram. I'm not saying it is a rectangle. Although I have drawn a rectangle, but I am saying it is a parallelogram. So given to us, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. First thing, whatever you have to prove, draw that diagram only, but don't take it as that diagram. Okay. Now, we have given is diagonals are equal. AC equal to BD. Now, let me draw a complete line only. AC equal to BD. We have to prove it is a rectangle. And if you all remember, rectangle is a parallelogram with one angle equal to 90 degree. So please suggest me, how can we prove this rectangle? What should we do? Please answer. What should we do? To prove ABCD a rectangle, we have to prove one angle equal to 90 degree. Utkarsh, correct. We have to find one angle to 90 degree. For that, you will do what? To prove one angle equal to 90 degree, what will we do? Vaishnav saying angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay. Vaishnav, that will not work here. Because in case of isosceles triangle, we have studied that thing. We cannot use it here. In this case, we have studied this. Angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Not in this case. Please try to remember, how can we say that? Moksh saying triangle AOD, okay, Moksh and AOC. But Moksh, that will not help you because complete angle is not coming. You have to think some way by which you can prove this angle A as 90 degree. Try to think, how can we prove this angle A equal to 90 degree? Which triangles we should take? Angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. I don't think that will help. Okay. So triangle ADB and DBA. Now Moksha is correct. ADB and DBA. You have taken same triangles then, beta. Moksha, you are taking same triangles. Okay. Now see. We know it is a parallelogram, and to prove rectangle, first property is to prove parallelogram, and second thing is to prove angle equal to 90 degree. Already we have given it is a parallelogram. We have to think of a way by which we can prove angle equal to 90 degree. For that, first we have to prove angle A equal to angle B. If we can prove that, we can say they are supplementary and we can easily prove equal to 90 degree. So first question comes, how to prove them equal? How to prove angle A equal to angle B? Which triangle we will take? To prove angle A equal to angle B, which triangles we will take? Please answer. No, A and C are not AIA. Piyush correct, but DAB and CAB. Very good. So we will take triangle DAB and CAB. First thing is DA equal to CB because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. Second thing is AB equal to AB, common. All of you, third thing, please tell me the third thing. Tell me the third thing. What is given to us? If you observe, AC equal to BD. In the question they were saying if diagonals are equal, that means AC equal to BD. It was given to us. So we can say triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So triangle DAB is congruent to triangle. Again, DA is coming with CB. So CB or BC, and the left one is A. What is the correct name? AC and BD. AC and BD. BD is first and third. AC is first and third. This one is correct. So we have got the correct name, CBA. Now we can say angle A is coming in the middle, angle B is coming in the middle. Therefore, angle A equal to angle B by CP CT. Now we have proved the angle equal. Yes, beta, AD equal to BC because it is a parallelogram. Yes. Now we have proved the angles equal. Can we say their sum is 180 degree? We have studied in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. So we can say angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree because adjacent angles are supplementary. And now we can say angle A plus angle A equal to 180 degree and angle A finally becomes 90 degree. So we have proved one angle equal to 90 degree. The logic was we had to prove two angles equal first. Then only we could have done this thing. Else we would have been stuck in this question. Okay. I hope you are able to understand what we have done. It was already given to us. It is a parallelogram. We only had to prove one angle equal to 90 degree. Please confirm fast. Please confirm. Others, please confirm. Okay, good, Ananya. Question number 3. In all these questions, you have to understand all the properties. Any property can be used. Question number 3 is show that if diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. Again, I advise you to draw a rhombus, but don't take it as a rhombus. Okay. We can use a diagram of rhombus, but we will not tell it is a rhombus. We will keep it a secret amongst us only. Okay. I am drawing a figure like rhombus only, but I will not tell anyone that it is a rhombus. So we have drawn a quadrilateral ABCD. This is a quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, given ABCD is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Please note this point, my lord. ABCD is a quadrilateral, not a parallelogram. So you will not take it as a parallelogram. Okay. Next thing given to us is diagonals bisect each other. So we can say if this is AC, my God, AC, B, D. Sir, how can we know that which figure has to be drawn and kept as secret? Whatever you have to prove, draw that figure, because finally that should be proved, na? Okay, that is a truth. So you can draw the diagram and keep that a secret. In this case, they were telling you to prove it a rhombus. I have drawn a rhombus and kept it a secret inside me that it is not a rhombus. Okay, so given to us is diagonals bisect each other. That means AO equal to OC is given to me. DO equal to OB given to me. AO equal to OC. DO equal to OB. Third thing given to us, okay Geeta ma'am, let me finish this question. Third thing given to us is diagonals bisect at right angle. So these angles are also given to me, 90, 90 each. So let me call it 1, 2, 3 and 4. Angle 1 equal to angle 2 equal to angle 3 equal to angle 4, 90 degree. And to prove ABCD is a simple and cute rhombus. To prove it a rhombus, we all know, first thing we have to prove it a parallelogram, and second thing we need to prove it is having all sides. All of you, if you remember, the minimum properties of rhombus is a parallelogram having all sides equal. So let's begin. First thing is very easy. Can we say ABCD is a parallelogram? All of you, first is very easy, because what is given to us? This thing. We have studied a theorem which says if in a quadrilateral diagonals bisect each other, it is a, class please answer, ABCD is a parallelogram. I can say straight away, because diagonals are, or let me write, if diagonals are bisecting each other, then the quadrilateral is known as, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. It is a theorem that we have studied, converse theorem, that if in a quadrilateral diagonals bisect each other, it is a parallelogram. So first thing is done. Now comes the second thing. Before that, if you remember, we already know AB, therefore AB equal to CD and AD equal to BC, because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. We already know this side AD is equal to this side CB, and this side AB is equal to this side DC. To prove it a rhombus, we have to prove all sides equal. So we just need a connecting link. We know opposite sides are equal. If somehow I prove adjacent sides equal, I can say it is a rhombus, because all sides will become equal. To prove adjacent sides equal, we will take triangles in which adjacent sides are coming. And if you observe in this triangle, OAB and OBC, we are getting adjacent sides, and it is very easy to prove it congruent, because these two are equal. This is 90 degree and this is common. So by side, angle, side, these two triangles are congruent. We will get finally AB equal to BC by CPCT. And by these three things, we can say all sides are equal. Therefore, a parallelogram with all sides equal is a class, is a rhombus. Please try. I will try to post a video of these solutions. Still, I want all of you to try these questions on your own. Okay. Now, let us stop here. You can switch on your video.